Hello again, and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and realize that you are creative abundance. How is your writing going? That's what I want to start with. Just check in with you about your writing practice. If you've been watching these videos, if you've subscribed, you know that the point that I'm always trying to make is that the importance of cultivation of a writing practice, that it is our job to discipline ourselves enough to, because we already have in us the passion, the desire to write, our heart is on fire with that. That is the art of it. When we sit to write is the practice of it. We are practicing transforming that wish, that desire, that want, that passion to the page, to material. So it is vital for us to cultivate, and that means to tend, to grow our practice, which is a practice of the craft, a practice of storytelling or poetry writing, the things essential to the craft of writing, but also a practice of sitting with ourselves, of disciplining ourselves to come to the page and cultivating our entire lives so that our writing isn't something separate from our lives, but something that we incorporate. Our creativity, our writing is incorporated, brought into the body of our lives. So the cultivation is really it is a discipline of coming to the page consistently and not just showing up unaware or with a lack of quality, but showing up with attention, very specific, that we are going to devote ourselves to 15 minutes at the page, to 30 minutes at the page, to whatever time we have carved out of our lives to be with our work, with ourselves for that 15 minutes, that 30 minutes, wholeheartedly, to devote ourselves to that. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. How we cultivate this space, this time in this space in which we write. And I thought of that because I just had a conversation on Friday with a friend of mine who, for the last several weeks, we meet every Friday, and for the last several weeks, he just keeps saying, I want to write. And I ask him the next time, did you write? No, I really want to do that. And this past week, he said, all I really want to do is write for 12 hours a day. And that immediately gave me pause. And I said, 12 hours a day, that's a lot of time. Well, why aren't you writing? And he says, I don't have time. There's so many demands in my family life. I have to take care of the kids, and my wife has things that she wants me to do, etc. And I said, first of all, instead of 12 hours a day, which is a huge amount of time, right, for you to write, can you find 30 minutes a day? Can you find 15 minutes a day to be with what you need to write, to start doing something on your story instead of week after week coming back here and saying, I really wanted to write, but. And that but is really the crux of the hang-up, not for just for my friend, but for most people who want to be writing and who want to be creative. There is that, but I don't have time, but I don't have money, but I don't know what I'm writing. That but to me is the signal that you're not going to do it. We have to get rid of that. And the first thing I was telling my friend about getting rid of that is to let's lower the expectation of what you need in order to write. Because as soon as you say I need 12 hours, how often are you really going to find 12 hours unless you take yourself on a vacation somewhere and that's all you do is to write? But can you find 30 minutes in your day? Can you find 15 minutes and start to build your writing practice around that time? It is vital that we do carve out this time. And that is the first thing I told my friend, is just find your 30 minutes. And from my own experience, I know that when I first started to say to those people in my life, to myself, hey, it's important for me to find time to write. It's important that I carve out time every day to be creative. I found suddenly that literally people I hadn't seen or spoken to in years, they were ringing me. They were sending me emails saying, hey, do you want to get together? I'm in town for a couple of days. Love to get together. And I found that it was a challenge. It's like as soon as I said I wanted to write, I had all of these challenges to my writing time until I was able to say, no, I have this amount of time that I'm writing every day. I'm writing from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock every day. Those 2 hours, it's not negotiable. It's unassailable time. This is my time to write. Now, for me, I was choosing 2 hours at that time. It's changed. Now I write first thing in the morning when I have a lot less going on. But it is really important, I think, to as writers, as creatives, to um, have this time during the day, which is unassailable time. And for my friend, I said, look, just make this time for yourself. And it doesn't have to be 12 hours. Just make some time for yourself that is unassailable writing time. And if somebody, one of your kids needs something, or your wife needs something, unless it's an emergency, they know that is your writing block. And when we start to defend this time, and we don't have to be bullying about it, we just let people know, hey, I'm writing now. I'll be done in 30 minutes. When we start to do this, what I have found is that magically, seemingly, our life opens that space for us, that things stop becoming challenges to that writing time, and life seeds that time to us. At least, again, that's been my experience. See if that works for you. I'd love to know this week, as you go forward with your writing practice, as you're cultivating your writing practice, if you can just pick a time every day that you're going to sit and write, and be disciplined about it, and be determined about that this is the time. Nothing is going to encroach on this time, and see how life responds to that. I'd love to hear your experiences of that. But see if you can do that this week. Going forward, pick a time to write, same time every day. When you have time, 15 minutes is enough. You can write a lot in 15 minutes. You can write a lot in 30 minutes. And see if you can come to the page every day and devote yourself, bringing your full attention to that time. Don't scroll social media. Don't respond to texts. Don't take phone calls. Just be fully committed to what is happening there in front of you, to what is happening within you. You are cultivating, again, not just the work on the page. You are cultivating this relationship with what is in you, with this flow of creative energy that you are. So, see if you can do that this week. See if you can make that time sacred, because this is what the practice does. This is what it confirms. When we come to sit for a few days, for a few weeks, you're going to find very quickly that you are sanctifying, making sacred that time and that space for your writing, for your creativity. When we open up that space, when we open ourselves up to that, something in us that is below our consciousness responds to that. And as my friend was saying, the reason he was saying 12 hours a day is because it takes him a long time to get into his writing. And I suggested that if he just got into the practice of sitting even for 30 minutes a day, he might find his whole rhythm changing, that he could possibly get into his writing much more quickly. I understand that for some of us, it takes a longer amount of time to get into that space. We need more time and more space around us to enter that creative channel, that space that we are. But we can also begin to train ourselves through discipline to access our creativity much more readily. I find that I have found that I have, through raising kids, through having a business, that my own practice, when I drop into it, I can kind of come in and out of it much more rapidly than I ever thought possible. I remember when my children were very young, I felt like I could only get into that after they went to bed, and then I would have maybe a chunk of 3 or 4 hours in the late evening where I could access that creativity. But I have found through just practicing that my ability to access that comes much more quickly. And in fact, what begins to happen, and this is the magic when we are established in our practice, is that we could be walking around at any time during the day. We don't have to be so rigorous about constructing our time, that we could be walking around doing other things when the inspiration hits, when creativity is suddenly so alive that it brings everything else in the world alive around us. And we then grab our notebooks or write on our phones or wherever we can. We write something. We get an idea down. We get a story down. And that lives with us. We start to walk around with these things. And then when we come to the next day and we have our writing time, our defined writing time, this is all right there, or the note that we made or the idea that we sketched is there, and we're able to then more fully explore that idea or that story or that poem, that inkling, that stirring in us. So this week, get to the page daily, begin to cultivate this time and space and make it sacred by bringing your full, undivided attention to the page and simply being in the process of writing without thinking, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Is it good? Is it going to be published? Is anybody going to read it? All of this, as I always say in every one of these videos, is ancillary to what is the true gift of what we are doing, which is cultivating this relationship with this divine, creative self that we are. When we are sitting, we are communing with that which is the greatest in us. And anything that comes of that is ancillary. It's not the truth. They're wonderful. It's wonderful to get praise. It's wonderful to receive, to be published, to receive recognition. But the gift, the true gift, has already happened. And that happened when we sat with ourselves and felt that explosion, that realization of our own creativity, of our own selves as creators, as being, as aliveness, the wonder of these images, these stories, these sounds coming through us, coming out of us, that we are the originator of that. We are the catalyst and we are the form for it. It is nothing replicates, nothing outside of us can replicate that gift. That's why I say the publication, the recognition, all of that is wondrous, but the true wonder of it is what we experience in the process of being present with ourselves as makers and what we make. The revelation as we make that we are this boundless, abundant energy. So I hope you come to writing every day this week. Make that your own personal challenge to devote yourself to writing for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes if that's all you have. It doesn't matter, but bringing your whole undivided attention to your creation this week. And see if you can feel the fullness, the fulfillment of just being what you are, which is creative and creating. and see if you can experience the wonder of that experience. I'd love to hear what you write. If you want to share it with me, you can send it to me in a private message. You could also put it in the comments of this video. I always love to know what you're doing, what you're working on, and what is inspiring you. Also, I wanted to remind you to subscribe if you're not subscribed. That way you can see these videos as they appear. I try to make them at least once a week. And also, I wanted to say that I am leading a writing retreat to Portugal in October. It is October 24th through October 31st. It is in the Cercal on Tejo region of Portugal. You can go to devotiontowriting.com if you are interested in finding out more about that retreat. It's going to be a very small number of people, 10 of us, and it's a wonderful creative opportunity to explore more deeply your writing practice and to cultivate your creative practice in a wonderful, supportive, intimate community of writers. And I will be there. So that's a reminder to check that out if you're interested. Okay, I hope you write this week. I know that if you do write, you will write beautifully, because beautiful is what you are. Thank you for watching. Blessings.